pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Morning, Moines County Board of Supervisors, Tuesday, June 11th. Then mine says Wednesday.
Oh, that's my fault.
Okay. Before I start, let me apologize. You might notice I have a little lisp. I'm trying to overcome. I had some dental work done and they put in some sort of appliance which rearranged the architecture of your mouth, and your tongue is very sensitive to something like that. So please bear with me. Okay. Are there any changes to the changes to the tentative agenda?
I have none.
Okay. Meet with department heads and elected officials. Colin Gerst, IT.
Good morning. Just keep busy like always. Don't really have anything new to report, so.
Okay. Sarah Doty, Moines County Auditor.
Good morning. Busy, still trying to wrap things up from the election, getting things prepped for the next one that's coming up in November. It'll be here before we know it. But busy.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Will there be that new equipment then for the November?
Yes. So Burlington is throwing around the idea of having a special, and I won't know, their last day to file is the 26th of July, so I won't know anything until then, but I'm kind of hoping that they do, so that way I can use the new equipment for that. But yeah, November it'll be here.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Sheriff Kevin Glendenning.
Good morning. At the jail, we're at 86 adults. 16 of those are out of county. We have about 5 that are heading out this week. Expect those out of county numbers to hopefully go down this week as we get some off to prison and the halfway house. So hopefully we can see that float downwards. It's National Guard's Fitness Week, and we have several deputies out at their law enforcement camp today, so we're glad to participate in that with the area youth. And back on the correctional center, we have we're gonna finish up our testing for our future command staff today. So we're gonna do a written test for them and kind of get that list together to just prepare for Doug's retirement at the end of the year. That's about all I've got for the board. We got plenty of other stuff going on, but not really of much interest for you guys.
Sounds like Oakdale's getting them out a little faster.
They're doing really well. The residential facility, they tend to take care of it, and especially on females, there's just a lack of space for females, but Oakdale's doing really well. It's usually less than a week wait, and they'll take a group of them.
Good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Kevin. Jared Lassiter, land
Morning.
use.
Well, we're keeping busy as usual. Let's see, we got Board of Adjustment meeting tomorrow night for a variance request. And then in the process of scheduling a meeting probably near the end of June for zoning commission on a final plat for subdivision that actually the preliminary just came through. I think it was last month or the month before, so that one's moving along. Apart from that, I don't really have anything else to report, just keeping busy.
Thanks, Jared. Chris Lee, Conservation.
Good morning. Summer camps have started, so if you swing by the nature center, you're likely to run into kids running around doing summer camp stuff. They kind of spread their time between Big Hollow and Stars Cave, depending on what the camp is and what activities they're doing. Construction is going full bore at the Big Hollow. The contractors have finished pouring the 3 campsites that we're paving through these projects that we're doing. We still got some grade work and finish work to do around those, but they're poured. They've moved over to the beach area. They are grading the ADA parking spots, and they're getting down on the sand right now, laying out the sidewalks down there. Likely to be seeing some concrete going around the sides of the beach this week. So we've also, it's fitting because it's going to be 98 degrees here later this week. Our swim area at the beach is the cleanest it has been in years. We worked real hard on getting all that duckweed out of there, and there's practically none. What little there is dying off right now. So the swim area looks great. In fact, we just had a guy down there this morning at I don't know, first start of the day, was just doing laps. He did 1.5 miles just back and forth on the swim area. If he's training for a triathlon or what the heck he's doing, if he's just crazy, but that's what he does. So anyway, if we have to close the beach, I talked to the contractor this morning, they didn't think we would have to, except maybe in just some short spurts, but there may be times during the week that we'll have to close the beach down to keep people out of their way, to let them work, but they, barring weather, they think they'll probably have that stuff poured next week, by the end of next week, so we'll cross our fingers that works out well. Otherwise, things have been busy. Most of the campsites, the new campsites are built. We had a couple people using them last weekend, so that was kind of cool to see. We're still doing some finished work on those, and our crews will be doing that kind of as we squeeze in time to make that happen. So, lots going on.
Hey, Chris.
Yes, sir.
We're back in the day when people used to kill chickens.
Right?
Wring their neck, you know what I mean?
I still feel that way.
Just checking in, bud.
Yep. I feel like maybe the stars cave in, big hollow here. And then I made the ill-fated choice to serve on a RAGBRAI exec committee. And so that's been kind of consuming my life as well. So, my God, that's a big lift. I gotta give the volunteers that make that event happen, that RAGBRAI event happen, I don't care what recognition they get, it's not enough. Because there is so much that goes into bringing 20,000 riders into a community and figuring out where to put them. And we have the benefit of being in town, so not only do we have the day that they're gonna get here, we have the week before to figure out where they're gonna put all their vehicles and stage their vehicles for the week that they're gonna be gone, where they're gonna sleep that night when they come in. It's just, there's a lot of moving parts to this, and I gotta give the folks in the partnership, they're kind of spearheading all of this, and just all the volunteers that are involved. I mean, it is a gaggle of people that are gonna make that, whatever, 8 hours on that Saturday look like it just went smooth as silk. So, yeah, lots going on. It's summer.
Thanks, Chris.
Bet.
Janelle Nally Longquist, Des Moines County Treasurer.
Good morning. We're just keeping busy. Last week, we had the delinquent list or the notice of tax sale in the paper last Tuesday. Finishing up things for that for next Monday. Just a reminder to avoid the tax sale. Payments need to be received in our office by 4:30 on Friday or 11:59 on Thursday night, online if you're paying online. But as of this morning, it looked like there was 466 parcels, around $377,000. So we'll see how it shakes out by the end of the week, but we're busy working on that.
Thanks, Janelle. Ken Heineman, Mental Health Agency of Southeast Iowa.
Yeah, our region has our meetings tomorrow, so morning and afternoon. We'll see the last of the contracts brought before the governing board and all the regular business. And it's always good to hear from Ryan and find out what she's hearing about the new behavioral health districts. And so it'll be interesting meetings. She sent a PowerPoint. We'll go over that tomorrow, so that's about it.
Thanks, Ken. Shannon Brado, Emergency Management.
I have to mirror what Chris said about RAGBRAI. It has been an interesting piece of joining Des Moines County. I came in at just the right time, I guess. I'll leave it at that. Apart from that, I don't have a whole lot exciting to say. The weather, we may see some severe weather on Thursday, but it's still kind of up in the air as far as where it's going to go. We do have a CERT training scheduled this Saturday up at Big Hollow. So if you see either conservation or CERT up at Big Hollow this Saturday, it's just a training. Nothing scary is happening, it's just a training. I did want to just put out there for the CERT team that we're starting our really busy season, so you are gonna see the CERT team a lot this summer. Probably pretty close to almost every weekend. We've got something going on the next few months.
So thanks to them. And then, I did receive a pretty good grant for the CERT team, so I'm excited about that.
Good.
So, yeah, just plugging away.
Shan, has anybody from Danville contacted you about where, that's the only town that the sirens don't go off by DESCOM?
No,
The last couple of times that they've gone off to Burlington, that Danville hasn't gone off.
yes, Danville controls their sirens, so they are in charge of testing them, they're in charge of setting them off, we have nothing to do with them.
I talked to the mayor about that, and he was gonna check on that, but,
Yeah,
you know, being a citizen of Danville myself, when I talked to my daughter on the phone, and the sirens started going off here in Burlington, and out in the west, got all this dark cloud that makes it look like it's midnight.
mhm,
It's kind of,
yep.
a little scary.
Yeah, I agree. That was put in place many years ago. I
Yeah.
can't tell you when, but it was far beyond before me.
Yeah, well, I understand that.
And, actually, another town has reached out and trying to figure out how Danville did that to see if they could also do that.
Bad idea.
To each his own.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Shannon.
Mhm.
Angie Vaughn, Safety.
Good morning. I really don't have much other than, Jim, do you have a weather radio though?
No. I got a basement.
I raised you better than that.
She's gonna start getting angry.
My neighbor's, the neighbor gal got one, she keeps us informed.
We're gonna have to work on that. We'll get you a radio.
Well, I can't run quite that fast from her house or back and forth to get the basement sometimes, but.
Yeah, other than that, really, we don't have, just keep it busy, but don't have anything really to share, so.
Thanks, Angie. Krista Pullerman, Local Health.
Good morning. We're also keeping busy. It is getting to be a busy time of the year for us as well. We're support a lot of the events that happen. They've asked us to do the first aid tents, so we've got some weekends coming up that will be busy. We've started our mosquito tracking for the season, so that'll run all through the summer, and we've emptied our first set of traps, and there are a lot of mosquitoes out there, so I want to remind everyone to really take those precautions. Again, we're tracking for the Aedes albopictus, which can carry Zika. We've never had any of them that came back positive, and we've had no cases of it, but we continue to monitor.
What'd you call that again?
Aedes albopictus mosquito. They have shiny wings, so if you look real close, I've never been able to tell, but that's what they told me. They have the shiny wings, so I'm like, okay.
I just wanna make sure I got that Avis
let it
Bryant
land.
Carter's. Make sure I got that
You're
right.
so close.
Let it land and bite you first, and then take a
Yeah.
look.
Really
Check out the
take a
wings.
good look.
Yeah, then look at the wings.
If I look at one close, it's been.
Yeah, it's flat.
Someplace
I
on
was
the
gonna say,
line.
mine always gets shiny after I smash them.
Thank you, Krista. Did they get started on the windows last week? I wasn't here, I was gonna drive by it yesterday, you can't get there from here anymore with all the road construction.
Yeah, I drove by it, while I was out there, that would have been end of last week, and no, they were still waiting on the windows. When I drove by yesterday, I didn't see any windows anywhere, so I think there was kind of a delay on those coming in, so hopefully soon.
Okay. Thanks, Krista. Brian Carter, County Engineer.
Good morning. Speaking of construction, that's what we have going on. So plenty of things moving along. 99, of course, is closed up on the far north end. The dust control did get done. They did the main detour last week, and then they finished some stuff up Monday or yesterday. So what we're gonna do is done. So that's good to have in place. And bridge contractor showed up yesterday, so I believe some steel showed up. So I don't know, maybe by the end of this week or early next, we'll actually start working on one of the abutments or piling or for the driving piling for the abutments or piers, either way. So so that's good progress on that. Nice to see that coming together. And then tomorrow we will close Upper Flint. It's closed at the bridge immediately east of Highway 61. So I hope everybody's enjoyed having that cut across for 2 weeks, because now we're gonna ruin it again. Messes Kevin's life up, gotta go a different way now to get that. But
Not mine.
Not yours.
There's a back car over there.
There's you're right. So anyway, that's same kind of thing, very similar to the bridge on 99. It's about a 4-month project that obviously any time frame I give depends on weather and progress and everything else. But, so it'll be good to have those bridges going at the same time. And, Golf Course Road turned out well. As I mentioned, it is open. Had some confidence on that, and, it was a good project. Weather caused it to go longer than we had planned, but either way, it's done and in, and hopefully a good spot for a long time. Otherwise, the small bridge in the bottoms that our guys have been working on, I would say that will be open and used within the week. I would say sometime this week they should button that up and go from there. So sometime we'll get you down so you can kind of see the final on that. I will mention, with you being gone, Tom, I ran Shane and Jim down there last Tuesday. We were pouring the bridge deck, and I was impressed. Neither one of them stepped in any fresh concrete. So,
I heard you, as a supervisor, you're supposed to do that.
Not to name names.
So, but anyway, I'm gonna give props to my crew. I sit here and talk about the big stuff, the stuff that everybody sees, the road closures on the major roads and the contractors and stuff, but, I'm sure I'm no different than conservation, than sheriff's office, and anything else. There's a ton that we don't talk about because it's day to day. It all gets done, it's all part of the big picture, and it's all very important to the overall system, and that bridge is part of that among many other things they're doing. So, so credit to them for that, and, anyway, that's what I have.
That's the second bridge they did within the last 2 years. Well, actually within the last year, because
We
of
did.
last fall when they did the one.
Yeah, the one last year we did was actually a little bit more, specialized, what I'm gonna call it, because we actually reused the abutments, so the guys did some kind of custom forming, on that, and, we're doing something very similar south of Burlington after this one. I'll get you guys down there once we're moved on back down there, but, so, good stuff. I mean, it's all good improvements, and hopefully gonna be good for the system for a long, long time.
Thank you, Brian. I don't think I missed anybody. Did either of you gentlemen have any correspondence?
I don't.
I did not. Sarah?
I had none.
We'll proceed to discussion and vote. We have payroll reimbursement claims in the amount of $1,823.90.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Sarah?
Shane McCampbell?
Yes.
Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Tom Broker?
Yes. And we have the always popular election canvas.
Okay.
I bet Sarah's gonna talk to us about this.
We really just had one race on the Republican side with Marionette Miller Meeks and David Potch, and he took the lead with 356 votes to her 332. So, other than that, things went well, I think.
Were there any votes received? Any votes received after the polls closed?
No. Nope.
There was no amendment, so that count was the official count?
Correct. This is the official count here.
Okay,
Yep.
so we can sign these later?
Yes, we can sign it after. That's fine.
I would entertain a motion to accept the vote, the election results.
I make a motion, we accept the 2024 primary election results.
Second that.
Sarah?
Jim Carrey?
Yes.
Shane McCampbell?
Yep.
Tom Broker?
Yes. Quite honest, you want me to make us wait here until those are all signed? Okay. Now, equally popular, the Howard E. Nyhart Company Service Agreement Fiscal Year 24-25 Actuarial Services. The GASB 75 actuarial update. This is fascinating. 8 or 10 years ago, there was a new accounting standard introduced, I don't know whether statewide or federal, I'm guessing it's federal. And all post-employment benefit plans that aren't include entities such as this or a city means we have to have another accounting report provided that costs, well, it's the full is 5,000, the interim is 3,000. So anyway, so this is that, and if anybody was going to explain that to you, that would have to be somebody with a CPA, and I am not him. So I would entertain a motion to accept this. We've had a contract with these people for as long as we've had to do this, was 7, 8, 10 years. So I would entertain a motion to accept approve their contract.
So moved.
Second?
Sarah?
Shane McCampbell,
Yes.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Tom Broker.
We played that real well.
Well, I don't think your expectations were very high. You signed this, don't you, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay. And we have a fireworks permit for the Coletti family reunion. It's been approved by the appropriate fire chief for, the date is July 6th for the fireworks permit. I would entertain a motion to approve.
Any problem?
Nope, it's been,
Oh, good.
yeah.
Move to approve.
Second.
Sarah?
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell,
Yep.
Tom Broker.
Yes. And we have a liquor license renewal for the Flint Hills Municipal Golf Course that the sheriff assures me is not a problem.
Move to approve.
Second?
Sarah?
Shane McCampbell,
Yeah.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Tom Broker.
Yes. We have another liquor license for Back Pocket Brewing. I believe they're out of Yarmouth. It's for the,
I think that's the local.
Rag Bri.
Setup.
yeah, it's for the Rag Bri. The
Move to
sheriff.
approve.
Okay. So I would entertain a motion to approve the liquor license for Back Pocket Brewing.
Second.
Sarah?
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Shane McCampbell,
Yes.
Tom Broker.
Yes.
I like some of these names they come up with for these venues when they have like Back Pocket. Some of those are Hy-Vee brands.
Everything's been used up, they've got to be inventive now,
Yeah.
creative.
We have reports. We have the recorder's monthly report of fees collected in May 2024 and the sheriff's monthly report of fees collected for May 2024. These reports will be on file at the auditor's office and available for public review at your convenience. We have minutes for the regular meeting of June 5th, 2024.
Motion to approve minutes.
Second?
Sarah?
Shane McCampbell,
Aye.
Jim Carrey,
Yes.
Tom Broker.
I'll abstain. Any other business? Future agenda items. Committee reports.
I have none. A youth board meeting, but, just pretty standard, nothing to report.
And I had none. Which brings us to public input. If anyone would like to address the board, you can email the Board of Supervisors at board@dmcounty.com. That's board@dmcounty.com, or you can call 319-753-8203, extension 4. That's 319-753-8203, extension 4. We'll give you a couple minutes to initiate that call or email. In the meantime, is there anybody in attendance has any comments or questions or complaints? Yes, sir. If you give your name and address for the record.
My name is Nick Gavin. I live at the Livingston Spring in Burlington.
Okay.
And I basically just came by today to introduce myself as logistics captain for the CERT team,
Okay.
for Des Moines County. And as Shannon mentioned, we do have our training this weekend, up at Big Hollow. I'd also like to extend an invitation for anybody that wants to come by to see what we can do, to come by and check us out. It starts at 8 a.m. We set the alerts out at about 7:45.
Well, let me start by saying thank you for doing that. I know that's a labor of love, so but we appreciate it, the county appreciates it, and I know Shannon appreciates it.
What's your last name, Nick?
Gavin?
Gavin?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a question. Are you needing more volunteers? Are you looking for volunteers?
We always need more
You always
volunteers.
need more volunteers, okay.
The CERT team is always looking for volunteers.
Okay.
We do a CERT academy in the fall.
Mhm.
So there's specific training that we require the CERT members to go through. This 4-hour training that we're doing this coming weekend is part of the requirement. If anybody is interested in joining the CERT team, there is a form on my website that they can fill out, and it goes directly to my email.
I just wanna piggyback off of what Tom said. You guys are, man, we couldn't get it done without the CERT team. You guys do so much for us, so, yeah, thank you for all that.
It's Saturdays, is there a specific area that you're covering, for your training, what?
Because it's a public forum and the team members themselves are kept in the dark about details.
Oh, I got you.
It's at Big Hollow and it's gonna be a search and rescue drill.
So the part of that is that they don't know what they're
Right.
going to encounter, got you. All right. Thank you.
Thank you again. Anybody else? Looking at happy people.
Shiny, happy.
Okay, well, I think our 2 minutes are up, so with an aye, we're adjourned.
Aye.
We are adjourned. Y'all have a great day. There's a potential of a road tour with the county engineer.